One October day in the year 1669, China's 16-year-old Kangxi Emperor donned his imperial robes and prepared himself for a very special ceremony. He took his place in a long funeral procession attended by court officials, scholars, and a phalanx of soldiers. With the greatest solemnity and respect, they proceeded from the Forbidden City to a forested clearing 5 kilometers west of Beijing. There, in a shaded patch of green, lay a simple but elegant grave. From its modest size and location, it was obvious that the one resting there was not one of Kangxi's illustrious ancestors. Why then did that person merit such a solemn burial ceremony presided over by the emperor himself? Why was his life of such significance to the great Chinese Empire and its powerful young emperor? All of the missionaries, including Adam Schall, believed that only scientific knowledge could win over the Chinese people and their scholars, thereby earning the respect and trust of the emperor. Only in this way could they initiate dialogue and gradually establish themselves in China, striving to understand Chinese culture, showing respect for the Chinese way of life, and learning the Chinese language. These were the keys used by the Jesuit missionaries to unlock the door and enter Chinese society. Many scholars wondered if Western learning coming from Europe could possibly help the declining Ming Empire reverse its downward plunge. This topic was extensively debated among the scholars. In the midst of this debate, Paul Xuguangqi and his colleagues organized a competition among astronomers to see who could most accurately predict a lunar eclipse. Inaccurate astronomical predictions were a constant frustration during the final years of the Ming Dynasty. Officials in favor of keeping foreign astronomers in the capital believed that a public contest would prove to the people the value of Western scientific methods. Those opposed looked forward to seeing the Jesuit astronomers make fools of themselves before the emperor. For Adam Schall, this was a crucial test, and its outcome would be decisive. In 1642, the Chongzhen Emperor commanded Adam Schall to design and build cannons. Schall was troubled by this commission. While he wanted to be faithful to his religious calling, he had no choice but to obey the emperor. Even with mighty Western-style cannons at their disposal, the Ming Empire's inexorable path towards collapse continued as before. In 1644, threatened by the invading Manchu cavalry from without and the warlord Li Zicheng's rebel forces from within, the formerly invincible Ming Empire met its final destruction. When Li Zicheng invaded Beijing, Adam Schall was the sole Westerner remaining in the embattled city. Schall held a large sword and stationed himself at the door of the Nantang Church. This church, built by Matteo Ricci, became his stronghold. In 1661, when the young Kangxi Emperor ascended to the imperial throne, Schall was nearing his 70th year and old age was taking its toll. He had lived in China for 42 years under both the Ming and Qing dynasties and served 3 young emperors, each in quite different situations. He had seen China go from chaos to stability. He had risen to become a mandarin of the highest rank. By the standards of Chinese officialdom, Adam Schall had been highly successful in every respect. But in the imperial court, other forces were regaining influence. The powerful regent officials Albay and Suksaha, who opposed Western science, joined hands to attack Adam Schall and his colleagues. With the support of Albay and Suksaha, a minor official named Yang Guangxian, who claimed an understanding of astronomical calendars, called for the impeachment of Adam Schall. At that time, the Kangxi Emperor was only 10 years old. The empire was governed by the regent princes Albay and Suksaha. These two officials planned to take legal action that would reverse the trend toward Western learning favored by Shunzhi and his court.
The young emperor was told that the deaths of Princess Dongge and the former emperor Shunzhi were caused by this foreign monk who chose the wrong dates. He is a wicked and insidious person. 凌迟处死。